It was great to be back in Viejas. You know, it seems like we're such a different team in here. In the last 2 home games, we've really been great offensively. And, you know, our zone offense is so much better than our man offense. And I told the team that we might not see zone the rest of the year, the way you guys play against zone. We had 30 assists tonight, which I think is our all-time high in Mountain West history for us. And play the right way. And I said the task is, over the next 6 days before we play again, 7 days, can we get our man offense to look anything like that? And the thing about zone offense is I don't call a player's number in zone offense. We just put it in the high post, low post, and we move the ball. And then once I start calling plays for players, the thing is, can we now run that play and then share the ball the same way and create shots for each other like we do? And we've done that at times, but obviously we haven't done it enough. So we have to get our man offense better over the next week. Defensively, a step forward. You know, I think it definitely helps us being big, having Nathan in there, and it was great having Nolan back. He makes a real difference. At Air Force, when Nate got in foul trouble, we had to go small again because we didn't have Nolan, and then Joel was sick. So it's good having size off the bench where we can battle some of those big guys inside. So a positive step forward. See if we can improve our team, you know, over our second bye week already. And I hated opening the year with a bye week to open the season. You know, so we'll have this week coming up, and then it'll be the hard grind the rest of the year. No more bye weeks and playing twice a week. And so I'll have to be careful that I give them some rest now and not wear them out when we get into the game every week. So pleased with the effort today.
Coach, can you speak to Nathan's performance tonight? 16 points, I believe that sets a new career high for him. Just what you've seen in terms of his confidence on the court lately.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan continues to impress. And like I said, he's growing. I mean, he's growing as a basketball player, and he's getting better. And again, we had the 4 freshmen. We did the hour walkthrough, but we had the 4 freshmen there an hour before that working them because they need to learn. They need to grow their games. And so we continue to teach because they're young and there's a lot to learn. And Nathan's working like crazy. And he's, 7 for 7, and AG is 4 for 4. So between the 2 freshmen, they didn't miss a shot today. And then AG, that shot he hit from 3-quarter court was incredible. So that was fun to see. That's a memory, you know, he'll take with him forever, and I'll remember that. That was a heck of a 3-quarter length shot, and you know, the freshmen continue to impress.
You said you'd be surprised if anyone plays zone against you. Are you surprised they played zone against you? I mean, you've already shown you could play against zone, and they played for 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, they had played, you know, pressing, aggressive style early in the year and had struggled with it. And you got to realize this team played zone for 40 minutes against Nevada to give them their only loss of the year. So this is a good basketball team that is on a tough stretch. You know, they played at Colorado State, flew back, and then hit the road again. And so there are no easy games on the road in this conference. And so, you know, Paul will do a good job. They'll bounce back from this, and they're always hard at the pit, and they're like all of us. They're trying to find a way to get a road win. So we will go to work and see if we can't get a road win at Fresno in our next game.
What was the thinking behind the starting lineup? You know, you had everybody healthy, so it wasn't a case of
yeah.
Someone. Why did you decide to keep Nathan in there and put Jeremy in there?
It was,
Jordan the bench?
You know, Jordan is one of our top 5 players. And that's what I was starting at the start of the year, our top 5 players. But I felt like we needed some punch off the bench. You know, we're coming off the bench and we're getting maybe some defense and some rebound off there. But I think bringing Jordan off the bench, you know, really gives us a spark. He can come in and make it 3 and all of a sudden change the rhythm of a game. And I put Jeremy in the starting lineup because I wanted him on Mathis, you know, their best player. And he did a pretty good job. I'm sure he'll be disappointed. I mean, Mathis still had 6 threes. But Jeremy did a yeoman's work on him. He played him really hard. And so, you know, we'll come back and practice, and every job will continue to be on the line. They have to practice hard, you know, for the next couple days and weeks to come to earn their minutes on the floor. You know, we got to continue to grow this team, and the only way we're going to grow it is to practice hard, and they have to practice harder.
So as well as you played tonight, that's not necessarily the starting lineup?
That's not necessarily the starting lineup. You know, if Jordan gets out there and plays really well and, all of a sudden Devin or Jalen or Matt or anybody slips in practice, then their job's going to be in jeopardy. And that, I'm not saying that to be threatening, but, we have to get more consistent, and we have to have better work ethic in practice and in order to improve the team. You're not going to improve them in games. They have to improve in practice. So we have to get better over the next week of practice in order to improve our team.
Is it frustrating to see a game like tonight versus a game like the one they had at Air Force, and how do you reconcile the two?
I mean, it's every game we play is such a different style. Defense, that's why it takes so much time with the freshmen. We played Wyoming, and they played a lot of isolation and ball screens, and then we played Air Force, and they played Princeton offense. And then today, we prepared for 2 days because New Mexico runs a lot of post-to-post, power basketball, triangle, and then they came out and spread the floor and ran ball screens and drove us. And, so all the prep you do, you don't know what you're going to see. And so we continue to work on game plans every week for the different games, and so everything changes. If we played the same game every week, we'd be pretty good right now. But the young guys, trying to get them up to speed for all these different game plans, it takes a lot of work, and they're doing their best to concentrate and pick things up as quickly as they can.
Have you ever seen a team that's done this, though? I mean, already you're just 4 games in the conference, and you lost by 24, you won by 30, you lost by 14, and you won by whatever it was, 20.
That's called a roller coaster. So a bit of a roller coaster. But like I said, I like the team. I mean, everybody, and you can watch them when they play tonight. They play the right way, and they play hard, and, But it's like Air Force is good, too. Air Force on the road is not easy. And so, no, we didn't play well, but we cut it to 4. And, whenever you lose, everything you say sounds like an excuse. But we didn't play well at Air Force. And so we came back, and the word I put on the board, we have to compete harder. We can't coach X's and O's. We can't put plays in and put strategy in unless we compete at a higher level. So that was the thing coming to Air Force. We have to compete harder. And it was just minor stuff. It's like Air Force is like a guy gets in the post, and I know my guy's capable of fronting him, and he didn't front him, and so that's giving in. That's not competing. So that has nothing to do with a strategy. And so today you saw us work hard fronting the post, and we're trying to make the next step. So, the guys they respond to coaching. And so if they respond to coaching and we do a good job, then we'll continue to get better.
What's your plans for the bye? I mean, how will you use it in terms of practice, but also in terms of recruiting? Because you're kind of in the middle of
we'll hit the road. We'll all be on the road recruiting tomorrow. And so we will take tomorrow off from practice. We'll practice Thursday and Friday. Then we'll give them Saturday off. And then we'll go Sunday and Monday leaving in Fresno. So we'll give them 2 days off over the next 6. So let them rest their legs a little bit, get treatment and rehab some of the stuff that's bothering them, and then try to really concentrate on getting better over our practice time again. This is the time to get better again. So we gotta see improvement over the next 6 days.
And I know that you're focusing on this team, but considering you have no more buys, how important in terms of recruiting is this week?
Recruiting, obviously we got guys heading out to junior college games. There's high school games. I'm trying to get to a high school game tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and we'll get out and see kids. But then the recruiting is, we know at the end of the year there's going to be 800 to 900 kids on the transfer list. And so we'll get out and watch underclassmen, we'll watch players available still for this year, and then at the end of the year we'll see what's out on the transfer list. And we're watching the mid-year transfer list. We just didn't feel there's a piece there right now that we feel would be good enough for us to take a chance on. So we look at all that, and we've made calls, and sometimes kids leave, and we make a phone call and find out it's not the kind of kid we want in our program. There's reasons some kids live, and some kids just leave because they're really good kids and good players, and they don't have opportunity. So that's the kind of kid we're looking for.